For years, while Casie Coleman, a young Casie Coleman, was attending Lord Tweedsford High School right near Fraser Downs, she had another thing on the back of her mind, and that was a passion for horses. Casie eventually left Fraser Downs and went on to become one of the most amazing stories in Canadian standardbred horse racing history. Recently, Casie returned for a special reason, a cause that she believed in. We'll let Casie tell you all about why she returned and what's happened to her since she left Fraser Downs.
I went to Lord Tweedsmere, which is right up on the hill there from Fraser Downs, and I could watch the horses train right from my classrooms, which was pretty awesome. And yeah, there's nothing I ever wanted to do but train horses. It was just in my blood, and fell in love with it.
You had a serious accident. Can you give us a little information on what really happened? Because it's quite, once again, this was a tough one.
Yeah, it was back in about year 2000 at Sandown in Victoria. I was working for Billy Davis as a groom at the time and had one horse of my own named Southside Pride, and about 5 o'clock after the races, I was putting him away. He was in the race the next day. I was heating up a liniment called reducing, which is like a pine tar kind of like. I wanted to heat it up to liquefy it to make it easier to put on, and I think it works better that way. Anyways, I grabbed a gallon of alcohol instead of a small bottle and decided to put it onto the flame, and it blew up in my face and went all over my right arm and both my legs, and I burnt 22% of my body that day, and I was in intensive care for quite a long time at the Victoria Burn Unit. I spent a lot of time in there.
How scared were you?
For one thing, I was told that they may have to amputate my right leg because I had burnt it so bad, and my parents actually had to sign a waiver saying that they could amputate it when I went into surgery for my first skin grafts. I never knew if I'd ever walk normal again, let alone train or drive horses again.
Do you feel by telling the story you're inspiring other people who do face tragedy?
I think so for sure, because I know myself when I was in there and when I first started my physiotherapy and I couldn't walk, I fell right on the floor a couple times trying to walk, and I never thought I would ever be normal again, and I thought I was not going to be able to do what I loved. I wasn't too sure what I was going to do, and I just decided I got to pick my head up and work through it, and I did it, and now I've come a long way, and nothing really, like I'm just as normal as everybody else, I think, anyway, or try to be. So no, I think for sure, never put your head down. Just keep, you got to take what's dealt to you and keep going forward.
Now, you saying you came a long way. You're the first female to win an O'Brien Award. What was that like?
It was absolutely unbelievable. It was a dream come true. Like the first year when I got nominated and got that phone call from Kathy Wade-Valor to tell me I was nominated for an O'Brien Award, it was absolutely unbelievable, that's for sure. And then to actually win it, you always think of things like I set very high goals for myself, but to ever even imagine setting a goal like being nominated, let alone winning an O'Brien Award, was just absolutely amazing. And then to do it again the next year, it was that was pretty awesome, that's for sure. There's not too many words can describe how great that was.
2009, you were blessed with the training of an amazing 2-year-old sports rider. What kind of horse is he, and is there an amazing story in how you got him?
Yeah, sports rider. I found him at Harrisburg sale. I found him early in the morning of the day he was selling, and I just fell in love with him. As soon as I seen that colt, he was just drop dead gorgeous, and there's just something about him that I had to have him. One of my other owners was there. He asked me to find him a top colt. I showed him the colt. He wanted the colt. That sale, he sold his number. It was like 370 or something, very late in the day, and it got to be about 7 o'clock, and the particular owner I had lined up to buy the horse decided he was going to go home, and we'll find another colt the next day, which at the time you don't think nothing of it. Like, there's a lot of colts being sold out there. You don't know which ones are good and which ones aren't. He said, we'll get something the next day. So I started calling my other owners because I wanted to buy this colt, and I couldn't get a hold of nobody. I got answering machine after answering machine, and I really thought the colt would sell for about 100 to 125, and I didn't want to just go buy him without backing behind me. So anyways, I never did get a hold of anybody, stayed and waited to watch him sell. He sold about 8:30 at night, and he went for $50,000, and I bought him. I bought him for myself at the time, and within 20 minutes, Steve Calhoun called me and asked if he could purchase half of that colt, and I said for sure, so he bought 50%, and then when I got him home, West Wind Stable bought in a quarter, and I kept a quarter.
What's his record like? It's unbelievable.
It's unreal. He's only been beat once in his life. He's 8 starts, 7 wins, and a second. His second came in the Breeders' Crown Final, where I honestly think that was the best race he went yet. Like, he showed a lot of guts and determination that night. He had a tough trip, and he got beat by a very good colt also. But sports right, that it sounds stupid saying that finishing second was the best race I think the colt went, but I honestly do. I never seen him show as much guts and determination as he did that night, especially being a 2-year-old colt. The way he fought back and dug right to the wire. He set the world record in 149 and a piece, and the 149 and 2 in the Metro Pace, which was my first $1 million race win. And he just, every single time that colt stepped on the track, he just kept showing, like, just kept getting better and better, which was amazing. So he's quite an animal. I've had a lot of nice horses, and I can't say I've had one quite like him.